As Albuquerque police deal with the murder indictments of two of their own, another two officers continue to recover from gunshot wounds tonight. On Friday, an undercover detective was shot by his own lieutenant during a drug bust.
And our Caleb James has the very latest on that detective's condition tonight and, of course, what led to that shooting in the first place. Caleb?
Well, guys, APD's top brass in charge of detectives tonight tells me the drug sting that caught one of his men in the crossfire of a deal gone wrong was worth just $60 in drugs. And tonight we asked if everyone involved in that sting was adequately prepared.
A lot of times the offenders will change stuff on the fly.
APD Commander Les Brown knows a lot about undercover work.
Where you think you've got everything set up the way you want to do it, and it doesn't happen that way.
The department's chief detective says undercover investigators plan to make a drug arrest by setting up a meet with one suspected dealer. But Brown says things changed. Two suspects, Damian Bailey and Edmund Vester, came to the deal, so another undercover officer was added too. And then more changes. The suspects switched the meetup location.
That changed the whole dynamics of how everything happened.
And Brown says the bust went sideways.
Something changed where he actually had to present himself as an officer.
That's when something went very wrong. Brown says details are limited, but shots were fired and a supervisory undercover lieutenant shot an undercover detective.
We refer to Lou Golson's shooting, where look how fast that video showed in a split second. That's what an officer sees when he comes up and makes an arrest.
That undercover detective, whose name we are not reporting, is in critical condition now, and Brown says details about the shooting aren't known by the department because the lieutenant who fired his weapon hasn't been interviewed yet.
You get a clear, more detailed picture with a little bit of a time delay.
But there remain so many questions. Why were two undercover officers on a $60 meth bust in the first place? And how could a highly ranked officer shoot his own colleague? Those answers for you at 6 o'clock. Back to you.
Caleb, thanks.